It's a fantastic crowd, fantastic set. We really could not ask for two better players. Two BlizzCon champions now duking it out, and only one is going to be able to repeat that process here. And make some noise, guys. We are going into game number one. SOS against Life. Introducing our players in the bottom right in the blue. Our previous BlizzCon champion, he is Life! And in the upper left, in the red, make some noise for SOS!
Now, of course, this is the World Championships, guys. So get out there, hashtag WCS, let people know where they can watch, because we want to show the best match of the year here tonight.
This is going to be such a crazy series. Life so well known for harassing, for winning, by just exploiting a moment or two where his opponent's not paying attention, getting in there, doing that damage. SOS, it's a bit more difficult to describe how he plays. Because it's so perfect, he gets into the strangest situations and ends up making it work no matter what.
Well, talking about strange situations, SOS has made an 11 gate outside of his natural here. So he is going for a very early Zealot rush on Life to lead off this series.
And interestingly enough, we have Life over here just taking an expansion hatchery, but not the natural. Over here in the center right, this could get a little bit weird. So when you have these two hatcheries disconnected like that early on, that means obviously you can't get Zerglings to meet up with each other as easily. The Zealots can be split more easily, harass drones quite quickly. I'm very curious how Life is going to handle this.
Well, he doesn't have any units to handle it with, so I don't think he's going to handle it too well, to be honest. Life has been playing a very greedy style against Protoss tonight, especially against Classic, and SOS obviously knows that. Look at this, he's even adding a Forge. We are going to see a Zealot and Cannon Rush going down.
You know, SOS, very well known for his cannon rushes. He identified that there was no spawning pool right away. Now, look how he splits here. The Zealot going into the main. Meanwhile, a cannon rush over here in the center right. This will be incredibly difficult for Life to handle.
The spawning pool isn't even done yet. There's no drones up here. You can count that hatchery out already. That cannon is going up. In the meantime, a Zealot in a perfect location here. Some nice drone micro by Life. He does take it out, but not before losing 3 drones.
And with the hatchery finish, the cannons can punish that so hard. That expansion should be taken out. Meanwhile, the second Zealot now comes in here, harassing the drones. So many bruised drones. SOS carefully microing in between the minerals to get good surface area.
Oh, just a beautiful move here by SOS, running back and forth in those minerals. He's causing so much lost mining time here. Life is having a hard time making anything work right now.
The cannons are now hitting the hatchery. That war for sure will go down. We also have the Zealots continuing to hit the drones. Nice micro by Life. He does manage to take the Zealot out. Meanwhile, over in the upper center part of the map, another expansion, the gold base being taken. I think that's probably the best move that Life could do given this really impossible situation.
Yeah, no, I mean, SOS had a brilliant, perfect opening here, killing a hatchery, killing 5 drones for 2 Zealots, dealing ridiculous amounts of damage. But Life, of course, just as creative and flexible as SOS, taking that gold base, he wants to catch up immediately on his economy.
Lings are now coming down, and they're going to try to attack. No, actually, they're going to, okay, they are going to go ahead and try to attack the upper left. It does look like there should be a Zealot finishing up over here just in the nick of time to block, if he actually does block it. Instead, the Zealot rallied over there. This will allow the Zerglings to get inside the main and possibly end up taking out some probes.
Normally, I would say, don't worry, it's just 4 Zerglings. You have a Zealot, but these are Life Zerglings. This guy has some of the best Zergling micro in the business. Going right up into this probe line, dealing a lot of damage to these probes, but already 1 Zergling goes down.
One probe getting very, very softened up here, but a nice block there by SOS so far. Perfect micro. The Ling's now circling around. He has to try to get one of the bruised probes. It's going to be an easier kill.
Oh, and one coming through right now. Look at SOS pulling that probe off, trying to micro it away. Another one gets into the geyser. Two very red probes right now. Beautiful pull away there by SOS, and he saves it.
Absolutely perfect.
Oh, man, I am already getting some sick nerd chills here.
We got a proxied Stargate off the back of the cannon rush.
He
did awesome. One rush, and then out of convenience, he might as well make the Stargate there to continue attacking. Now, let's remember, though, I don't believe, if we can get a vision check, I don't believe that SOS is aware of the gold base, which may cause a problem. No, excuse me, he did see it. So that will put SOS in a much better position. Had he not spotted that, this game may turn out very differently.
Well, look at this. He is starting to poke in right now with that Stalker, realizing that speed is definitely not done quite yet. And this is going to focus all Life's attention on blocking this pressure on the gold base, which means, will he know to make spores in time to defend against this Oracle? And I'm going to tell you, Tasteless, I don't think he's going to.
And when you're split up as Zerg like this without the creep connected and everything, it's very tough to defend all your bases. So he can be punished from multiple different angles here.
Well, let's see how it goes. We have the first Oracle popping out, not a spore in sight right now. 6 gateways on the way, coming right into the natural. Going to pick off 2 drones immediately. All the rest of these drones should be able to go down as well. A couple queens and some fancy micro from Life trying to save those, dealing some damage to the Oracle, but it gets a lot of kills here.
Nice job getting that pylon set up while he was microing that and actually escaping with the Oracle. We saw a big gateway explosion back in the main base of SOS, so he's going to follow this up with an attempted killing blow. Right now, odds definitely in SOS's favor.
Yeah, you're building 3 spore crawlers right now. That is not going to help out against 7 gateways worth of units warping in. Even this second Oracle comes in, gets some more units, some more drone kills, and flies out of there. This is going to be a deadly push from SOS.
I really like how SOS has been adding on damage since that cannon rush. He makes a Stargate there. Now he's using that to warp in more units to amplify the rush. This is going to be very difficult. And keep in mind, SOS, he gets to choose whether to attack the gold base or go into the main. And I would say losing either at this point in time for Life would result in a loss.
Yeah, it's pretty unacceptable to lose anything more as Life. He's already lost 13 drones to Oracles. He lost 5 early on. He lost a hatchery early on. And he's done no actual damage to SOS, who saved every probe in his base somehow. But this is going to be a game-ending move if SOS pulls it off.
Also, bear in mind, Life did not see the multitude of gateways that were made inside of SOS's main. So it's very difficult to have a good sense of the timing of the attack. So there's a big chance that this attack right here, right now, may end up blindsiding Life.
Well, it looks like it is going to. Not a lot of units here. Some Zerglings come in for a flank maneuver, but the Oracle's sitting here. A couple force fields go down. Going to be able to pick off those Lings very, very quickly. The Roach is starting to fall as well, and Life has almost nothing left.
The attack is now coming down here. Now, there's many ways he can do this. He can either try to stay here and fight in a second. He can go up the ramp and try to just block off the main. Reinforcements coming down right now. The number's just too great in SOS's favor.
Well, it looks like he is pulling his drones, trying to fight right now against these sOs. And SOS takes game number 1 in convincing fashion.